finished masters and videos without having to go through the approval process that proved difficult on the label I'd been on in the past, where everything was a struggle, and I had to convince people that I wanted to use this producer and this video director, and this should be a single, and no, I don't want to be on trading cards, and no, I don't want inside Cracker Jacks and Nine Inch Nails logo, things like that. Because I was aware of the way I wanted Nine Inch Nails to be presented, you know, and I wanted to have some sort of kind of an artistic feel to it. It's not product, it's a piece of art. I look at my music as art, and I wanted it promoted that way, and I wanted to be in control of that.
That's excellent. I think it's amazingly excellent, actually. And like I said, a dream label to be on for any of the bands, because they have that creativity and that freedom. All right, we're going to see a video right now from Nine Inch Nails. Let's check out the one from Downward Spiral, one of the many good videos from Downward Spiral. Let's check out Hurt right now on 120 Minutes of Nothing. Welcome back to 120 Minutes of Nothing. I'm here with Nine Inch Nails, and we're going to see it. We're going to actually, later on, we're going to talk to a lot of the other bands on the label as well. But let's talk a little bit more right now about the showcase that you're doing in New York tonight that we're taping at, which is at Irving Plaza. It's, I mean, you got everybody there pretty much. You got Marilyn, Meat Beat Manifesto have recently signed your label, have come over to work with you, and also Pop Lead itself, Clint's playing, Clint Mansell, and Kevin from Prick. Tell me about the reason why you decided to come to the city and do a Nothing showcase night.
We're at the start of a huge mountain that we're at the very bottom of right now, starting a new Nine Inch Nails record. I just finished the Manson record and some stuff on a David Lynch soundtrack coming up. And this kind of popped up like we're going to do a Nothing Records night. And the main point of that night is to show that Nothing is a real entity, and it's not just a vanity label. Like, let's give the artists their little thing to toy around with.
There's a lot of that crap out.
But kind of make it a bit more legitimate in a way.
Yeah.
The way I've treated it, and John has treated it. So originally it was going to be unannounced, and be Meat Beat and Marilyn. And then I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun if we put a band together. You know, Robin, my guitar player's left, and we hadn't played in a while. And it gave us something to kind of, well, toy around with the idea. Maybe we'll try it. And then the issue of who's going to play guitar, and we thought maybe we won't get anybody. And I thought, well, maybe Kevin from Prick would be a good choice because he's a good guitar player. And then maybe originally we were going to want first unannounced. Just here's the thing: a few Nine Inch Nails songs, a couple Prick songs. Then. Right. Thought more about it. Talked to Kevin about it. He was into it, and then it was fun to learn Prick songs. And the idea, like, Clint from the Poppies has become a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be cool to kind of integrate that. Maybe he'll come out for a few songs. And
do a couple Poppies tunes.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it's stuff that we all like. So it's not really Nine Inch Nails in its purest sense, but it was a way that we could kind of casually get together. And, you know, it's been a lot of fun, like, learning this stuff.
We're going to move on right now. We're going to show a video that is not from the Nothing Records. And
really?
Yes. Sorry about that, Trent. But anyway, hopefully you'll like it anyway, though.
I guess 5 videos doesn't make a whole show.
Here's a band called Cake from their second album, Fashion Nugget. And this is The Distance on MTV's 120 Minutes of Nothing. Welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Matt Pinfield. I'm here with Meat Beat Manifesto. I'm psyched to have these guys today because I've been playing their records in clubs and on the radio for a long time, and still making great records. No question about it. Jack Dangerous. Jack, good to see you, man.
Cool, man. How are you doing?
Excellent. Very good as well. You know, why don't you introduce guys in the band, because the lineup's changed a bit over time.
Okay. This is Lynn Farmer. Hi. He plays drums.
How are you, Lynn?
Good. How are you, man?
Great show tonight, by the way, man. It was really cool. It was excellent. All right.
This is John Wilson. He plays prepared and unprepared guitar. And saxophone for a ring modulator.
Okay, excellent. How you doing? Was it fun tonight, John?
Yeah, great time.
Excellent.
Great time.
This is Mike Powell. He plays keyboards and theremin.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, the theremin's awesome, man. I love the sound of the theremin. You know what I mean? It's very, very
Yeah,
cool.
It's an honor to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent. You know, great part of the, and new to the Nothing Records label as well. Let's talk about now. Jack, you relocated. You're living in San Francisco now, right?
Yeah, I've been there 2.5 years now.
It's you like it? You like it being in the States?
Yeah, I made the move. It's all right. There's some weird stuff going on here, same as in Britain. But you sort of try and put it out in your music.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got a great new album out called Subliminal Sandwich. Your first for Nothing Records too. Mm-hmm. And you covered this World Domination Enterprises song, Asbestos, Asbestos. Great song. Really cool version too. Why don't you tell me why you decided to cover that? You knew those guys?
Well, I knew one of them. Not at the time though. I sort of knew them afterwards. But at the time, it was just this record which lyrically meant a lot to me. And I don't know. My dad was working with asbestos at the time, and he contracted cancer and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's just sort of, it was a moment in my life. I just wanted to bring back lyrically and do something different with it musically.
Yeah,
as well.
And you definitely did. It's a cool treatment, a great cover-up. Let's check the video out for it right now. Here's Meet Me Manifesto and Asbestos, Lead Asbestos on 120 Minutes of Nothing. Welcome back to the second 60 of MTV's 120 Minutes of Nothing. I'm here with Meat Beat Manifesto, who were great tonight. I mean, I'm thinking about all those great albums. Storm the Studio, 99%. And, I mean, tonight we also heard, Helter Skelter. We're speaking of Radio Babylon, too. Talk about how many people are sampling the band now. It's turned around. It's all these years later. You become such an influential band. The sounds, the big beats, the sounds there. I mean, Future, Sound of London, Prodigy have all sampled. How does that feel now, looking back on it? Are you psyched about that?
We're underdogs. we freely admit it. It's cool though. It's all recyclable. It's all environmentally friendly. So we're down with that. And all those bands you mentioned then, what they did with the samples is really cool, really good. So we're down with it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's very good. And you do great things with samples as well. I mean, let's face it. All right, you know what? I want to ask you real quick. Nothing Records. Tell me about getting hooked up. Are you psyched to be on this label? Do you feel good about being there?
Definitely, yeah. This is the best label we've been on in America. Nothing through Interscope. They're definitely sussed. They know what they're doing. And we're very, very, very happy. This is my favourite tour I've ever done. And after 10 years, that's a pretty big thing to say, but it is. We're having a good time.
Having a good time, guys?
Having a ball, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really psyched to hear that. Excellent. I mean, you played amazingly tonight. And the thing is, it's great. Like Trent had said earlier to me, you guys have a creative control, full artistic control. And that's a great thing to have. And have the support of your label, right?
Yeah.
Have somebody giving you a hard time.
That's amazing. It's just brilliant. It's the best position to be in.
Yeah, by the way, I've loved all your remixes too, Jack. I mean, I'm not stroking you, but done some really cool remixing as well, just so you know. And production as well. You've seen his name on a lot of records. Jack Dangers, no question about it. Meet Me Manifesto, everybody. Hope you enjoyed them. And actually, right now, what are we doing, Jen? Oh, that's right. Hey, PJ Harvey covered Peggy Lee's Is That All There Is? Check this out. It's really cool. On 120 Minutes of Nothing.
Be what you want to be. You can't be what you want to be. You can't be what you want to be. Domination. Get up, get out. Domination. Get up, look out. Domination. Get up, look out.
Welcome back to 120 Minutes, and actually it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Clint Mansell from Pop Weed itself. Clint, good to have you here, man.
Nice to be here.
I've been a huge fan of yours and following the band for years, which you know, of course. And I remember when Trent first signed me, I went up to Trent and told him how psyched I was that he'd signed Pop Weed itself to the label. Now, since then, a lot of changes have actually gone on within the band. You want to tell people what's going on right now with the Poppies as it stands, Trent?
I, to a certain degree, I don't really know. I found that I wanted to do the same things to a certain degree. What I've always wanted to do, being a band, like anybody, I suppose, is like express myself. And being in a band for we've made 5 or 6 albums or something, it sort of gets a little stifling, kind of. We always wanted to change and always do different things, and it felt that suddenly we were going to do the same thing, and I just wanted to find some room and go and do something else, and everybody else go and find some room and do something else. So we just we've worked on a lot of stuff. We just taking some time away from each other to see how that sort of pans out, really. And also doing other stuff on our own and just seeing what happens, you know. I mean, we're all adults, you know. It's not sort of like the fact like we're 15 anymore and, you know, we're a gang or whatever. I mean, there's kind of that about it, but we've got to explore and seek and find out.
Absolutely. I mean, you made some amazing records over time, too. I mean, everything back from the early singles up to, I mean, obviously, Box Frenzy, This Is the Day. I love all those records. But it's great. How did you, like, well, actually, we're going to come back and talk to you in a minute again. I want to talk about how you got signed to Nothing and how that all came about. But let's lead to one of your videos right now. I want to actually show you a great video for Ich bin ein Ausländer. Here's Pop Lead itself on 120 Minutes of Nothing. Okay, we're back. We're 120 minutes. I'm here with Clint Mansell of Pop Lead Itself. Now, Clint, I've seen you do some great shows, actually, with Nine Inch Nails and playing together. I remember seeing you at Molson Park up in Toronto.
Oh, yeah?
And which was amazing. Now, I know tonight you're going to actually do some songs with Trent. You're going to do Wise Up Sucker, one of your great old tracks on RSVP as well.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a bit about how you came to be signed to Nothing Records after you were on RCA for years. And you actually on Rough Trade before that.
Yeah, it was just a bizarre type of thing, you know. My manager knew John, Trent's manager, and they'd been down to see us. I didn't know that Trent had seen us. I knew that Trent was aware of us and that he kind of liked what we were doing, but I never met him. Suddenly we got dropped by RCA. Bang, there you go. We were in, you know. And to me, that's like the coolest thing, really. Somebody sort of putting something back in and giving people a chance to explore what they want to do. You can't knock that, you know. It's great. That's that sort of encouragement, I suppose, from my point of view as a artiste, if you like, you know, whatever that might mean. But that encouragement is second to none. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, it's obviously, I mean, he's been a fan of the bands too, which is great, and that's why he signed you. Like you said tonight, it's great you're going to be doing Wise Up Sucker with him. I'm psyched to see you do that because it's always been one of my favorite songs of all time.
Well, I think it's fair to say we managed to have quite a bit of fun, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. It'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good to see you, Clint. You know, no
you
question
too.
about it.
You too.
All right.
You should sue Billy Corgan as well. He's ripped your look up, man. You should,
Well, actually,
should have trademarked that.
We're going to stand in the same room together. Okay. It's great to have Clint back. And anyway, I wanted to say that we'll be back with 120 Minutes of Nothing in just a little bit, so stay tuned.
Wise up, sucker, see the signs. She's taking your ass for a ride. Wise up, wise up, wise up.
Welcome back to 120 Minutes of Nothing. I'm Matt Pinfield, and with me right now is Kevin of the band Prick. Kevin, it's good to have you here again, man.
Thanks.
Like before I actually started hosting the show, you were on with Trent and David Bowie that day when you were doing the tour together. It was really cool, and it was good to see you opening those shows, man.
It was a good time.
Did you enjoy doing those shows? Was it cool playing those venues that big?
It was great. It was cool being out with those guys and being in that kind of venue.
Yeah.
It's nice. Kind of a switch, you know.
Yeah, right. Were you a fan of Bowie's growing up? Was he an influence on you at all?
Yeah, I was a fan. I liked a lot of that early stuff like Hunky Dory and
Ziggy, Latin Sane, stuff like that?
Actually, throughout, I pretty much liked his touch with different things, you know.
Yeah. David's done some amazing stuff. I'm a big fan myself. So it was really great to see you all playing together. And let me talk a bit about how you got involved with Nothing Records. Obviously, you played... Actually, Trent played keyboards in a band with you years ago. What was the name of that band? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Can you tell us?
Lucky Pier.
Lucky Pier?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of stuff were you doing when you were playing together back then?
It was original, like it, you know.
It was original
What would you call it? I don't know.
But it was all original stuff, right? Oh, that's cool, definitely. So you're doing your own thing then. That's really excellent. Yeah. We're going to come back with Kevin in just a minute, actually. We have to lead to a video right now, and because I don't know what it is, we're both going to be surprised. Actually, all three of us, right?
Am I going to see a video?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe we'll see it if we get on the other side of that camera, but we're going to see a video, and We're not going to know what it is. It's going to be kind of a special surprise for us. Right here on 120 Minutes, because we're always full of surprises. Welcome back to 120 Minutes of Nothing. I'm Matt Pinfield. I'm here with Kevin from the band Prick. Kevin, let's talk a bit about how you hooked up with Trent again after playing together for years. Were you in touch throughout his years with Nine Inch Nails? Were you guys staying in touch with each other?
Yeah, and I sent a lot of cassettes to him, while he was touring, and John Malm, who's the manager and president of Nothing, we've been together for a long time, and so I kept on sending all the stuff I was doing because I wasn't getting no respect or any
attention to stuff.
Yeah, right. So fortunately, got picked up by those guys.
That's great. And how long did you know that he was? Did you know he was putting the Nothing Records label together at that point, or?
No, as a matter of fact, I went to New Orleans to do some recording with them, and it kind of came up that I was looking around different labels. And it was right at that time, I think they were putting it together. It seemed like it was an unplanned thing to me.
Unplanned, but it just like everything, all planets lined up, everything worked out well, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, it's an excellent album. What about a new one? Are you in the process of writing some new material right now and recording?
Yeah. I am.
What do you think people can look for a new album from Prick?
When? When is a tough one for me. I'm not really too sure about that
at this point, but you have do you have an album's worth of material written now, or do you kind of write slowly over time? Do you kind of how do you?
Well, I write quickly.
Yeah,
and
right.
I write constantly.
I see you have a lot of material then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of looking for the right producer and the right situation.
Right.
Because things are kind of lucid for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of waiting for the right thing.
Hey, when the right thing comes along, you'll get there, and that's cool because you have all the material. So that's excellent. Well, listen, I'm psyched to see you play tonight later on with the Nails and Clint as well.
I'm looking forward to that myself.
It'll be cool, Kevin. So we're going to show your video right now for Animal. All right, let's check it out. Let's go to Prick and the video for Animal. It's the last video we're going to see tonight on 120 Minutes of Nothing, but it's an excellent one. Check it out.